Hi, Matt with Etrailer. If you have a 2020 Ford F-150 and you're looking for a more compact rack that's going to be just really easy to use, but still on the more affordable end, then the Benton ShiftShow Bike Rack is going to be a great option for you. As you can tell, this is going to really take any time to really get set up and get going. With this fully installed, you can tell that this is going to be a hanging style bike rack, and there's definitely some pros and cons to that. So the big pro is it's going to be a lot more affordable compared to other options around. Now some cons are a lot of people don't like how sturdy they feel, because the only point that people really worry about is going to be this front tire. This will kind of wiggle around a bit, but what a lot of people do will actually just apply a strap here so it doesn't pivot as much, so it doesn't knock into your vehicle. Now what I like about this one in particular that kind of separates it from other hanging racks is this one can actually still fold over. So to showcase that, I'm just going to pull this pin on the side and fold this back. You can see it's going to fold back just like that. And the reason why it has an okay tilt is going to be because it has a lighter weight capacity of 40 pounds per bike, and we're going to be able to hold up to 4 of them. Now sadly, we won't be able to open up our back all the way. So to show you what I mean is when we open up this tailgate, we're going to make contact with either a tire or just the frame of our bike rack. But this will allow you just to throw in some items real quick. You could maybe set it down just lightly, but even then, if it is making contact with your bike, I just recommend holding it up as you load up the tailgate. But we can push this back up into place, so it clicks, just like that. And from here, we can unload our bike. Now, you're gonna have 3 straps you're gonna be working with. There's gonna be one on the very back, and then there's gonna be 2 more on top. Also gonna have some rubber pads on them so you don't damage anything. Now, this isn't gonna be ideal if you have any carbon frame bike, alternative frame bike, or any bikes with a really nice paint job, since we are making frame contact. This is more so going to be for your standard style bikes. Something else to think about is when you're unloading this is if you have anything like a cup holder right here and you don't have as much room in the center, that might get in the way and make it a little bit more difficult to load and unload. But with it off, you can take it out for a ride. But with our bike off, let's get a few measurements. So I'm actually going to get one with it in this fully extended position. And like this, it's going to sit at just roughly 40 inches. So that's going to be a fair bit out, but we can save some space. We're just going to pull a pin on the very top, and we're just going to pull on this lever right here. And that'll allow me to lower down the top part until that kind of clicks back into place. And from here, we can get another measurement from our back bumper. That's going to be sitting at just about 14 inches. So it's not going to take up very much space at all. The next point I'm going to measure is going to be our ground clearance. So from here to the ground, we're going to be sitting at just about 19 inches. That's part of the good thing about this being the F-150, is going to be sitting up a little bit higher. And even if it was sitting a little bit lower, if you're going up any really steep driveways, this isn't likely making contact with the ground. And the way it's going to interact with the back of your vehicle is it's going to block a few things. So it's going to block your license plate, which is going to be pretty common with most racks. It will block a majority of your backup camera. Now you might be able to pick up some space around it here, but I still recommend mainly using your back window or your mirrors. Another thing it won't block is going to be your taillights. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank that goes into your 2-inch hitch receiver. We'll then have an anti-rattle bolt that goes in, and you have a nut on the other side to hold it in place. You could also get a lock core separately, and that's just going to give you more security so no one can take your bike or your rack. In my opinion, I think this is a pretty solid option, especially if you are looking for something more compact that's not going to take up much space in your garage or in your truck. Now, there are some other options when it comes to racks being more compact, one of which is going to be the Benton Shifts and Grins. And what I like about that one is it's going to be more of a platform style. So if you're not a big fan of this more hanging style rack because your front tire will be kind of swaying a little bit, that's another one to go with. And the way that's going to work is going to have a shank that folds up too, but it will take up a little bit more space. So if you are planning to just store it in the back of your truck, I think this is going to be the better option. But that was just a look at the Benton ShiftShow bike rack on the back of our 2020 Ford F-150. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.